So I'm across the Sarasota over on a Longboat Key, and I come across this. Can you tell what that is? That's a fucking deep freezer in the mangroves. In the mangroves. Look at this. Look at this. What's left of someone's boat cushions and boat panels from a dock. No, those are panels from those are a what do you call it, little compartment. Oh, got those compartments. But look at this freezer. This blows my mind. I mean, that is a full-on fucking freezer. That thing's got to weigh 200 pounds, and it's here, and there's not the closest thing that's going to be there is here. There's nothing on this side of the island. Where did that fucker come from, and how did it get here? Wow. A bunch of pile of stuff. Wind even blew down this light fixture, and look at all the debris that's built up inside of the mangroves here. The water's just right there, but that's still, that freezer just, that blows my mind. Someone's part of someone's bimini. These mangrove, this mangrove looks like it made it okay. Got a little shredded from the wind, but yeah, look, the signs down, the bathrooms are closed. It got pretty thrashed. And there's no bunnies. Gwen's been looking for a bunny. I think the bunnies must have drowned. Anyway, well, people still doing their daily lives, going out fishing, going out boating. Come on, Mutt, this way. Hanging out, walking their dogs. And that's Florida for you. 1 minute you got 120 mile per hour winds, the next day you're fishing. Pretty resilient people here in this part of the country, if you really think about it. Moat Marine got just wrecked. If you look, like, this is the back part of Moat Marine. So these guys they do animal rescue, seabird rescue, turtle rescue, you know, all the different animals and critters that are in the region. They help doing the rescue there. And yeah, they got really torn up. Like, really torn up. Like, look, the sheds are falling. These outbuildings, the doors are blown out. Hopefully the animals were, all the critters were safe. You know, come on, Mutt, where's you at? Oh, she's over there looking for lizards. I've got a lizard killer, and I love it. Anyway, here we are, back to one of my little favorite kick-it spots. And I've been known to spend the night out here and there. I did last night, actually. You can see why. Like, beachfront housing, baby. Yeah, well, waterfront housing. So I'm not sure what used to be here. Used to be you know, you could see there used to be there's a foundation. Used to be some sort of building. I think this was like a ramp that went out, and they used to maybe bring stuff up. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna have to research this. I'm curious on what this used to be. Man, I would love to. I would live here if I could. I'd build my house up on stilts. I'd fucking make it a polygon. And that way the wind wouldn't fucking fuck with it. And go from there. But anyways, I'm here. And not too far from the election day. We're 9 days away. And I still see that there's plenty of people out there that are believing this. Now, I really, really like the idea of being able to keep 100% of my check. And for those people that really don't understand how this tariff thing would actually work, just let me give you a couple incidences in history where tariffs have shown to be far superior to taxes and not pull the money out of our fucking pockets, okay? So let's just say that you have a, let's use France, okay? Because France is easy. Some fromage, some cheese, some French fromage. Okay, so French fromage maker. He sends it over here right now, okay? that French cheese costs, let's say $8, which we know it's more like 18, but let's just say $8 for easiness, okay? And then you got Kraft or Cracker Barrel or one of the other, you know, cheese brands here in the U.S. that make good, high-quality cheese. And by the way, I personally love Cracker Barrel cheese. I think it's fucking delicious. Come on, bud, over here. And, okay, so the Cracker Barrel, let's just say for shits and grins, costs $5. The French fromage is $8, okay? So the tax on that cheese, let's say that it comes in, it's $8. So the tax that is imposed on that cheese raises it up to, you know, 10 or 12, correct? You know, or 11, you know, whatever number you want. It raises it up. Okay, so here's what happens, is that American cheese, that Cracker Barrel, still the same cost, okay? But with the inflation we're having, it costs more, okay? So if there was no income tax and tariffs were on that, that chunk of French cheese would go from $8 to $20, okay? But that chunk of American cheese, since it's not taxed, since there's no tariffs on it, will go down in price, okay? So it'll go from $5 down to $3. Meanwhile, the French fromage will be $18. Do you see what's going on here? 18, 20 bucks. You buy American, it gets cheaper. You want to buy imported stuff under the cost of the tariffs, it's more expensive. So you have a choice. Buy American, get it cheaper. Buy foreign, pay more. That's how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to put our country first. Everybody wants to do business with the United States of America. We are the biggest fucking consumers on the planet, okay? So even if Donald Trump put tariffs on all these companies importing their goods to the U.S., the cost isn't going to funnel down to the consumer, because those goods being brought into the U.S. would be way more expensive than goods manufactured in the U.S. because they don't have a tariff on them. And Johnny Cheesemaker didn't get income tax. He didn't have his income taxed from income tax. So Johnny Cheesemaker in the U.S. got to keep every single thing. He's not paying out taxes. His employees aren't paying out taxes. They're bringing every penny home, which means now they're making more money. They're bringing home more money. Now Johnny Cheesemaker, he's like, well, shoot, I'm making more money. My employees are making more money. I can afford to lower my product down. So now Johnny Cheesemaker lowers his shit down to $3 or $4. Meanwhile, the French fromage is still $20 because of the tariffs. So what this is supposed to do is encourage people to buy U.S. manufactured goods, to not buy garbage from China, to not buy cheese from France, unless you really want to buy that cheese from France. In which case, if you have the ability to spend $20 on a block of French cheese, go spend 20 bucks on a block of French cheese. I'm going to buy Cracker Barrel for fucking $3. You see what I'm saying? That's what the tariffs are going to do. That's how they work. There was a time back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, when the U.S. was a tariff-based nation, and we were one of the strongest countries on the planet because of our tariffs. Income tax didn't pop in till later. You know what I mean? So you can't listen to fucking the left. You can't listen to the lies. I mean, they've already lied to you. They've lied to you 100 times about shit. Why are they suddenly going to start telling the truth? Okay, I mean, and the left, these are the same people that don't understand that when you print fucking insane amounts of money, the value goes down. They don't seem to understand this. This is the side that says that the high costs that we're experiencing are all due to corporate greed, when in reality, what it's due from is this administration's reckless spending and money printing habits. That's what is causing everything to go up. That is what is causing the inflation. That and sending all these hundreds of billions of dollars to fucking proxy wars and to overseas fucking, you know, countries that we're never going to see a dollar of that back. None of that money we sent to Zelensky are we going to see back. Not anytime soon. And it wasn't a loan. It was a fucking gift. It was an aid package. So there's no stipulations on that. You know, and you're wondering why fucking the Republicans, well, they had all kinds of chances to do something. Okay, well, let's pass this border bill. Wait a second. Included in the border bill is another fucking $60 billion for Russia, X amount for fucking Palestine, X amount for this. So in the process of securing our borders, the Democrats wanted to fucking give more money away. That's why it never got signed. You people who aren't hip and savvy to how the government works are mostly on the left. And you guys really need to go and study how shit and how reality really fucking works in the world, okay? Because, like, you literally live in a fantasy world. Like, I mean, it's 6th grade fucking basic social studies, how money works. Do you remember that fucking cartoon back in the day? I'm a bill on Capitol Hill. Remember that? You should go back and watch that. I think it was like Schoolhouse fucking, school something. I forget, Magic School Bus? I don't remember what it was. I'm sure you could find it. But if you can't understand basic economics and basic mathematics, and I suck at mathematics, and I sucked at economics, but I'm also fucking at least intelligent enough to understand that if you have $5 and you suddenly print 50 more, that $5 you had becomes less valuable because there's 50 more fucking being printed on top of it. It is common fucking sense and basic economics. And if I can figure this out, if my dumb ass can figure this out, how the fuck can half of you... I have friends who are fucking way more intelligent than I am when it comes to fucking worldly things like mathematics and taxes and shit like that. But they conveniently forgot all this shit as soon as fucking Donald Trump started running. They literally conveniently forgot all this. I have a friend who's a fucking CPA. And she's sitting there on the bandwagon, oh, the corporate greed. I'm like, Chris, I'm not going to say her name. I'm like, you do numbers for a living. You know how it works. You went to fucking college. You got a 4-year degree and you're falling for this nonsense? You work with money. You know how it works. Come on, tell me. And that's when they just change the subject or they start talking about Trump. Like, I literally don't understand how people can be this fucking stupid. It just blows my fucking mind. Well, anyway, you saw some of the hurricane damage over here. That freezer blew me away. Man, how the fuck did that thing end up in the bushes, you know, half a mile from where anything, oh, that stork has got a branch for a nest. That was cool. There he is right there. You see him? He's got a big branch. He's building a nest right there because his nest got blown away from during the hurricane. Cool. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm done ranting. Please, if you really actually give a shit about yourself or the country, you got to vote Trump. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's like, I don't know how to explain it other than the most simplest way to explain it. Past 4 years versus the 4 years before that. Which was better? When did you have more money in your pocket? When did we have less wars? When did we not have fucking millions of motherfuckers who aren't supposed to be here? The answer to that is during Trump. It's obvious. I just don't understand how people can literally detach themselves from fucking reality to live in a fantasy world, but somehow still maintain the ability to live in the real world. It just blows my fucking mind. I mean, it makes my brain hurt. Anyway, you guys have a good day, man. And remember, vote Donald Trump if you give a goddamn about this country, because if you don't, we're fucked. We are fucked.